Hello guys, welcome to JDBC tutorial. In this video, I'll be covering all the concepts of JDBC. JDBC is nothing but Java database connectivity. The main thing of this is connecting your Java class with a database using JDBC connection. So, you need to create a connection class to connect your Java class with database. So for that you need to have a database first in your computer. So I'm already using a H2 database, which is an embedded database which is used to develop a computer application, means desktop applications. So for that I mostly prefer H2 database. It's very free, it's a free source and easy to use. So this is that. So this is driver name. So I'll just open this. So you can see there are two tables here, so I just want to drop them. Drop table Suryam, and so now we don't have any tables here, so our database is empty now. So using Java, I'll be creating tables in database and inserting some data and retrieving the data. So we'll create a simple Java project. It's already there here. Next, simple JDBC project. Right, just click next, finish. Here is our JDBC class. Just create new class. You can give any NCL or intact Abode. Okay, intact Abode. And simple, what we say, this is okay, a class. So just think this is a test class. Okay, finish. Now we have a class ready. Now we'll create a connection class. What we say, call this database connection, DABAC database. So here what I'm doing is I'm creating a project level connection. So how a project level connection would be, see, just imagine we are only having a single class here, test class. Just imagine we have more than 10 or 20 classes in a single package. So we will create a single connection class so that we can use this single connection in an entire project by simply getting the connection from this. So I'll show you how to do that now. Just first you have to create your driver name. You have to create a connection, right? So I'll show you how to create a connection. Static string driver name is equals to, right, and static string URL URL name is equal to string. I'll just show you where I'll be getting this all fields. Static string username static string username and sorry, it's fine, a static string password. Now here if you check our database, see, this is our driver name and this is our URL, this is our username, and this will be our password is null. Okay, so if you test the connection, you can see connection is successful. So just open it. Now I'll copy those fields and paste them there. Copy and paste the driver name and copy the URL name and copy this and your password is empty here, so just leave it like that. Now we'll create a connection. We'll establish a connection. Static connection, get connection. Okay, now just create a try catch block because it throws an SQL exception. Now class dot for name, so we know the driver name now. So this is our driver name, so we have already created it. Now again we have to create the connection, right? Static connection is equals to null, right? Now we have the connection class, so just create connection is equals to driver manager dot get connection. So we have three properties in this. One is user URL comma username comma password, right? The three things. And to test connection, just will print whether the connection was successful or not. Connection successful. So we need to return the connection, right? This is a simple connection, so just return connection. Sorry, we have to make within the right. So connection is successful, but before this, if you try to connect this, it won't get connected because there is no jar file. We need to add a jar file. So jar file is nothing but we have all predefined classes in that of the particular database. So this is our jar file, so we have to add this jar file to our project. First go to build path, configure build path, add external jars. So I have it's directly configured, it's in my G drive, and go to bin. So here is my jar file, simply apply and close. See, you can see my jar file will be somewhere here. See, it's here. Now now we have the test class. Now we'll just check the connection. Go to main method, and first we have to create a connection, a null connection to get establish the connection. Static connection connection is equals to null. So there is no need of creating object to use the static variable in static method. Just simply call connection is equals to database connection. See, we have created a class called database connection. Simply call the database connection dot get connection, right? Now simply we'll compile this program and we'll check the console what will be the output. See, connection successful, so that means it has printed this connection successful. Okay, so to make more sure we have only printed this, I'm just again testing this. Connection successful. Okay, that means connection is working fine, so I'll remove this. Okay, now we'll create a table. So I'll be showing you the complete project level examples in JDBC, so that this will be very useful for you guys, how to create a table, how to do all those things. Now here, just go to connection. It is better to compile when you write a query. It is better to compile within the database and use a query in your application. So first I'll create a table. So just go for full, create table. If not exists, the reason why you can simply create table, but why I'm saying create table if not exists. So when you're trying to work with some project, if there is no table in the database at the startup time, it will create the table for you, so that you can directly insert the data from anywhere and you can manipulate the data. So that is the reason I'm creating create table if not exist. Create table if not exist, some table name. What would I say? The table name is some xyz, and we'll go for two data types. One is int, sorry, eid number, comma, e name, varchar 2, varchar 2. So this will be some 20 characters, and this will be around some 10 characters. It depends upon our requirements. So the size will be so just will compile this once. Yes, the table is created successfully, xyz. Now we'll create this table. Now we'll create this table from our Java instead of creating from here. So we'll drop this table, drop table xyz. Okay, so before that I would like to say one thing to you. What is the purpose of creating if the table is not execute? Create table if not exist. So I'll simply click, the table is created, right? Now the table is already created. Now if you keep on clicking it also, you won't have any problem. It will only create if the table is not existed. So we have already the database will check internally with the name xyz whether the table is present or not. If the table is not present, then the table will be created. So this is the common syntax for every databases. You can use this. Okay, so no need to worry. People might be getting little bit confused. What is this if not exists? This is a common query in project level to create tables if at the startup level. So if not exists, so this is at users requirements. You may create or you may not create. So just I'm just copying this. So I'll drop this table xyz, so that now there is no table here, right? Now I'll be creating this table from our Java application. Okay, close this. So I have closed the connection. Now just think. Okay, now we have the connection class. Just will create a common creating table so that we can create multiple tables with that. Now just public void create table, right? We'll pass a string query here, table name. Okay, so this is sorry, we are creating it in the main method. Sorry for that. So I want to remove this also. We have already tested the connection. So we have to create the connect table and table name, string table name, right? Now just check here. I'll create statement statement, sorry, something st create is equals to connection dot create statement. Now sorry, this should be surrounded by try catch block so that this will throw an SQL exception. So st create table dot execute query, and we'll just pass this table name here, right? Now this is created perfectly. If so execute, not there is no need of execute query, we can go for execute update also, right? If so execute update returns int value, int success is equals to f success. I'll tell you why I'm using the success greater than 0 also. See, in JDBC when you create a table, it returns a 1 value. So that is the reason. If the if not, it will return 0. If the table is created successfully, it will return a 1 value. It returns some value 1. I will show you that also. Just here, 6 out of success. Okay, so if the table is created successfully, it returns I am printing the success value also. So if success greater than 0, that's why a table created successful. Okay, now we'll go to the main method and we'll just pass the table name here. We already have the table name, right? Just create method. What is our class name? Test class. Sorry, I almost forgot. Test class tc is equals to so new test class, right? Tc dot create table name. So we already have the table name, right? Sorry, sorry, yeah. Where is the table? Forgot. So just go to the history. You'll get this was our table name. Okay. So just paste the table name here, and we'll just see if the table is created successfully. This will be printed. Okay. So just compile the program. Sorry. Okay. So the table is not created. First the connection should be created. Sorry, I got the solution why the table was not created. Actually, I'll just show you. Because we have created the table but we have not got the connection, right? So we have to get the connection, right? So simply create connection is equals to database connection dot get connection. Mistakes happen even with some professionals. So see, connection successful but table was not created. See, it has returned the 0 value, so it should return the 1 value actually. So the table is not created. So we'll check why the table is not created. I know, because the database connection may be in open. We have to close all the sources. See, actually I have done a small mistake. If the table is created, it won't return 1 value. If you update anything, it returns 1 or more than 1. So this is wrong. So the table was created successfully actually. So here simply we can print 6 out of, sorry for that, table created successful. Successful, right? Here we'll run that. See, it has printed table created successful. So just forget this thing, just remove that thing from your mind. It is returning 0 value. Okay, just forget this also. So the table is created successfully, right? Now table is created successfully, we'll insert some data to it. We'll insert some data to it. What data? We have created 2 data types. One is a number data type and one is a varchar data type. Now just we'll use scanners sc is equals to new scanners system dot in, right? Okay, right. Now we have 2 data types, right? First we'll create some 2 data types. Int id, okay, static, and static name is equals to static string name, sorry. Okay, so just will pass it id equals to sc dot next int, and name equals to sc dot next, just next. First thing, you only need to use next. So just will make confirm here. Please enter id employee id, and please sysout of please emp name. Okay, so just we can test this. No problem, it will be almost correct. Now we need to insert some data, right? So we'll go for some try catch block. So we'll use prepare. Now we have used a statement here to create, so we have already used statement and we have used execute update also. So now we'll go for prepared statement. Now we have two data types here, one is number and one is varchar. So just I'll show you how to insert string insert data is equals to insert into xyz values, insert into xyz values, question mark comma question mark. Okay, so we can simply make this as a question mark so that this data is unknown. That unknown data we have to pass it through id and name. Okay, so just go for prepare statement. Prepare statement ps is equals to connection dot prepare statement and insert data. Just pass this string here. Now ps dot set string, first will be the name, first will be the id. So this is not string, right? This is set I int, and ps dot set string 2. Now here if the data is inserted successfully, I am sure about this. Mostly I have not good with the creating tables, but if you insert data to database, it return one value. So that will be here. I'll show you how it works. id and name. Okay, now here ps dot execute return boolean value actually, so that we can check true or false condition to check whether the data is inserted or not. But here will return an integer value to execute update. Okay, we'll just see enter inserted 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 is equals to if inserted greater than 0, then we can just check we have used the inserted. Sorry, it's inserted actually, it has shown something insert data. We'll remove this thing, insert data. So as far as data inserted successful. Okay, now shall we this will compile this here so that it will work fine. Just a second, just compile the program, just run test class. See, table has been created successful, connection is successful, and table has been created. Now here we have one more problem. I'll just say you that here this won't again work. Maybe it will work, but let me try. I'm not sure. Just id will be 1 2 3 4 5 and please enter name. I'll enter some Surya. Data insert successful, but I have done a small mistake here actually. I'll tell you what is the mistake. The data is inserted successful, the 1 2 3 4 5 and Surya, but I'll show you what the mistake I have done. Whenever you create a connection, please don't forget to close the connection in final block. Finally, if okay, so try catch block connection dot close, so that your connection you can avoid from connection leakage. So this will be the best approach. So we have to close the connection here also. here. So now if I try to reinsert the data, that won't be that won't insert. Now you can check. I'll again compile the program. See, now I'll enter some name, some 1 2 3 4 5. I'll just enter 1 2 3 numbers, and name will be some Naresh, but the data will not be get inserted because you can see here I have already used the first connection to create table. Table has been created successfully and I have closed the connection. Now here the process till here there is no need of any connection. Okay, but to insert data again we need to have connection to insert the data, right? But I have closed the connection, but I have not created the connection here to insert data. So again you have to get the connection here too. See, connection is equals to database connection dot get connection. Okay, now if now this is fine. Now I'll recompile the program, just check it. Now he's saying to 1 2 3 4, right? And we need to have some Naresh. Now if you see the data is inserted successful, the reason behind this is we are using the connection and closing the connection immediately, and here also we are using the connection and closing the connection. By this process, what is this is a good approach to create and close the connection. By this we will we will be preventing the connection leakage actually. So preventing the connection leakage is to make the application run perfectly. So it's mostly recommended that you need to close the connection whenever you open it. Now the data is opened successfully, very good, very much fine. Now we'll just retrieve the data. So we have created table successfully, so just we'll check into our database whether the data has come or not. So the table XYZ is created successfully. So here 1 2 3 4 5 triple 1 Naresh is successfully inserted. Now we'll just go and retrieve the data. Now I'm just using a single class to do all those things. Now what would we say, we'll create another try catch block if it is more necessary, or else we can use single try catch block. Okay, this is closed here. I'll go another try catch block. Now here I will retrieve the data. Now again we need to, now here you can please see here we are closing the connection at the last time, so there is no need of creating the connection here because we are already having the connection here, so we can use the same connection here. So there is no need of creating again connection where we are within the method. There is only it is enough to close the connection for once, but it's not necessary to close all the time when we are working within the single method. But it's recommended to use different try catch blocks, individual try catch blocks for individual writing queries or inserting queries or retrieving the queries. It is most recommended because what happens is if any exception arises at this place, if you're not, now if we can do like this also, for example you can retrieve the data here too. For example, I'll show you. Select string, select string get data is equals to select star from XYZ. Okay, this is our thing, sorry, not this. And now we can use statement here. Statement st is equals to connection dot create statement. Now sorry, we can use st1 because we have already used the st. So st1 dot execute query and just pass the get data value here, and execute query always returns a result set. So you need to mention result set. Result set is an interface, set is equals to, so if set dot next okay, set dot net sys this out of what we say, we have two columns here, one is eid and ename. Now we'll get the ename value, set dot get string, or else you can pass one here, the column name 1 will be 1, or you can pass like this also, sys out of set dot get string, you can pass the column name and or the column number. So just copy the ename here, paste it, fine. Now this is also perfectly valid. If you check here, we are using the single connection within the same try-catch block, and I'm first inserting the data and immediately retrieving the data. This is also perfectly valid. But if this is an individual process, for example, if I put this in different try-catch block, whether if any exception occurs in inserting data, so the program completely will be terminated and the next process won't be done within the try-catch block, within the method. So this is the main method, right? So if it is better to use two different try-catch blocks, so that if one has any exception or anything problem occurred in insertion data, also the retrieving process will work fine. So just go, or now I'll show an example with this. Just run the program. So I will try to insert one more data. So 1 2 3 4 5, enter, and some tumbu. So data inserted, you can see 1 2 3 4 5 Suryam. So here I have used if condition, sorry, we have to use for while. If condition only checks the data for once and get the only the first element, so it's better to go for the while loop, so that it will get the all data. Now I'll insert one more data, so just go for 5 5 5 5 5, insert, and Swati something. Now you can see here 1 2 3 4 5, it has been printed, and actually what happened here is it has gone alternate way, so we'll go little bit different. And set dot get string get, so just will pass the ename here, we have the ename, copy and paste it here. So here, so this is also working fine, but my suggestion is better to use different try-catch block for this. Now we have the different try-catch block for this, very good. Now this will also work fine. Now if you only want to make a retrieving process, just will hide this, we'll just comment this complete text. I am just commenting this, so that when you compile the program directly, you will be printing the column names. Just check it here, table created successful, and just a second, select star, create table. So there is no connection for this, right? So it's getting confused, so we have to pass the connection here, right? We'll just pass the connection here, because we are it is not necessary to use different connection, but I have commented this everything, no, so there is no connection for this class, so just will connect, we'll use it again. You can see here 1 2 3 4 5 triple 1, like this you will be. Now here I have shown how to create table. Now here if you can create multiple tables here. For example, now I'll just comment this also, let me comment this. First, so I'll comment this. Just a second, I'll completely comment all these things. Just comment this. Now you can see here we can create one more table, tc dot create table I'll pass another table here. Just create table if not exists exists some random table, and we'll just give the data types. ID in UMBR number will just pass 10 comma name, or else just will pass only ID, so that we can see the differences whether the table has been created or not. Now I'll just compile the program and just check it. See, table 1 is created and table 2 is created. Now this table is having some value in it, but this table is not having any value in it. Just we'll go and check that. So random table is also created with single data type ID, and there is already a table XYZ. So this is our XYZ. We have inserted the data also. So by like this we can insert data and work all those functions. So this is all common functions which we'll be using in JDBC in project level also. So I'll be using this kind of method. So this is that. So thank you for watching, guys. Please, if you like it, please share and subscribe the video. And you have plenty of videos in my channel. You can check over with swing tutorials and SQL, the same H2 database tutorials, writing plenty of queries. So please like it and share, guys. Thank you very much.